fuck me and fuck you too, nigga. You know what the fuck it is. You gotta love. Back to the hustle, I'm in it deep. Everyday struggle, don't get no sleep. Stink like a bitch bathing in the sea. Cause I ain't took a bath and it's been a week. They used to laugh when they mentioned me. I got the racks for them in my jeans. I ain't have nothing, not anything. Except this gun for my enemy. Put pussy ass nigga, don't nobody hit me. Locate drop the body in Trinity. Dribble a nigga, my slime, my filter is flat on the nigga. Infinity. They wanna kill me like Kennedy. Oh, that's a fact. Go get the check. Hey man, his neck, we don't hit his feet. They hate me, they wanna get rid of me. They want war, we ready. Get them ARs, then we steppin'. Slept in my car, they didn't help me. I think the Lord need a blessing. Stick to the code when they catch me. I never fold, I won't let me. Say they don't like me, I'm reckless. Well, I can't help but to tell them. Nigga, you ain't gotta like me, I like myself. You ain't gotta love me, I love myself. You ain't gotta fight for me, I'ma fight for myself. Walk 100 miles in these shoes, you should've seen how I felt. You ain't gotta like me, I like myself. You ain't gotta love me, I love myself. You ain't gotta fight for me, I'ma fight for myself. Walk 100 miles in these shoes, you should've seen how I felt. I should let you well with my energy. Same old shit, just a different week. Internet beef when they mention three. Catch me in the street, they won't look at me. Bitch, I'm a gangsta up in the G. Have my own like the fifth penitentiary. I'm teen in the safe, I gave him hell. Fuck nigga know I made history. She don't like me, she like my money. Get mad cause she get nothing from me. Baby girl, you used to act funny. I can't lie, you said I was just last year. You said I was ugly. Now when you see me, you wanna fuck. Born will, park the club, burn out on a pole like nothing. You ain't gotta like me, I like myself. You ain't gotta love me, I love myself. You ain't gotta fight for me, I'ma fight for myself. Walk 100 miles in these shoes, you should've seen how I felt. You ain't gotta like me, I like myself. You ain't gotta love me, I love myself. You ain't gotta fight for me, I'ma fight for myself. Walk 100 miles in these shoes, you should've seen how I felt.
Dope boy, 95 Max on. Came from up the road, but you know we test home. You want a whole thing? Hit me on the platform. Hood nigga, Cheeto what I snacked on. Hood nigga, it ain't nothing to get you wet home. Trap nigga serving back to back. John Go rap nigga, wanna be a trap nigga clone. Standing in the kitchen with my wife, beat on. Telling dope about the straight drop us all out. Just ran through the bag, it's all out. If you wanna buy half, it's all out. 28, 36,000, all that dope about the straight drop us all out. Just ran through the check, it's all out. If you wanna buy half, it's all out. Yeah, 100 in my pocket, pay faces all. They ain't seeing this shit. Get more stuff, I will be in this bitch. Need a key up in it, bitch. Cartier, Dunk City, up in shit. In that yellow Bentley, bumblebee up in this bitch. Even roll my first song, breaking down my first brick. That was 05, I was in that 06. TMC van on 75, doing tricks. Drop us all out. What's all that? Just ran through the bag, it's all out. If you wanna buy, it's all out. 38, 6,000, all that.
Testing, testing, one, two, three. Can anybody hear me? If you can, please put a one in the chat. Please, please, please. Spot 22, thank you so much for stopping by. I always come on late. I wish you could stay up a little bit later. It is Friday. You can give me like 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes. San Jose, thank you so much for joining. Glad to see you. You're such a huge support, and I really, really appreciate you. Happy Friday to you, and many, many blessings to you. Can you guys hear me? I hope you can because I am talking. So just let me know. Okay. Thank you, San Jose. She says that she can hear me. So, y'all know every time I start, I be having all types of technical difficulties. So, bear with me. Today, I'm trying to work out my camera, and I kind of dropped it and messed it up. But I'm here. So, we're working on it. We're working on it. How are you guys doing? And happy Friday to you. I hope everything is good for everyone. It looks like I'm a little delayed. Can someone let me know that too? Because that's what it's looking like for a second. It is. How are you guys doing today? How was your week? How was your Friday? How has everything been for everybody? I would say that it's been good for me. It's been super, super busy. I don't know if you're all preparing for the winter storm. I'm here with a sweater on because it is like winter weather, and I want to get into the whole spirit of it, of the winter and this whole winter blast that's coming. So I'm with the sweater today, and that's just how it's going. So for anybody out there, are you guys experiencing like the Arctic blast or the winter blast and all that good stuff? It was lagging a bit. The audio is a bit behind with the visual. Oh, thank you, San Jose. I'm going to try to do something different really quickly. Just give me a second, you guys. I probably can play some of my wonderful music for you guys as I try to get this together. Thank you so much for joining, Lionel. I am still here. I'm trying to fix my camera. Unfortunately, something is going on with it again. I actually waited all day today to fix this, and I cannot believe I'm having these issues. One second. I'm moving my hands, y'all, because I'm trying to see if I'm messed up. I had a green screen behind me, as you can see. It's slowing down with my computer, so forgive me. Now we just got a green blank screen, and we're not going to use that. But I'm going to get back to the show. So can you guys hear me? I'm in here. I hope you guys are in here. Happy Friday once again. Um, Forgive me for the background. I hate it. But yeah, let's just go with it. So, welcome to the Reasoning with Roz. Thank you so much for joining. It is Friday night and it is definitely going to be a vibe. What would the Reasoning with Roz be without a little, technical difficulties, regardless of how much I try to put together the show 2-3 hours prior, you know, 2-3 hours prior, still never really goes well. But we're gonna improvise right now. So use this green screen. Why don't I'm trying. Use this green screen back here and envision whatever it is that your mind will take you. Tonight, we're talking about comfort and peace. We're talking about unlearning comfort and finding peace. So let this green backdrop right here that has nothing on it be your visual board for peace. That's how we're gonna do that today. Sounds good. See how I just got through that? I did that. I'm proud of myself for that. Yeah. Oh my God. So definitely hit the like if you haven't. Hush. Share the live because I'm on and a lot of other people are on too. But we know that we want all those people to be in this live. We want them to be in this live with us because we need people to make this discussion and this flow in this chat go. Lionel, I see you in the chat. Can you tell me what you are envisioning on the green screen here? Considering that, the logo isn't up there right now. Can you tell me what you're envisioning? You guys, I have this little website that I'm trying to develop. It leads you straight here to the Reason with Roz to my YouTube page. It also has a little information section for you to put your info there. You can put some topics there. You can send me a message or whatever, but it comes directly to me to like an email. And I'm trying to start this like live, well, not live, I'm gonna say like weekly group newsletter thingy with stuff in it as well. I know it looks like a green screen. It's not really a green screen. It's supposed to be like, it's for the visual effects tonight for dreaming and envisioning what peace is. But yeah, like I was saying, so we're going to be starting this newsletter and it's going to be some products that come. You actually was going to see it tonight on here, but next Friday it'll be on here because I'm gonna have it straight. So it's about punctuality, consistency, all those things that I'm working on. I'm getting it together. You remember? I'm getting it together. I spun the block. I spun the block. I spun the block on those little things, but I'm gonna get it together. Just disregard that for now. Just disregard it. So yeah, but that website is www.reasoning reasoning with WITH, not with WIT, not with WI, not W. It is with WITH, Roth, RAS.com. Please go to it and support it and see all the cool stuff that y'all gonna get from it. Hopefully it'll be enlightening, but I'm doing all the work on there. But I will tell you that is up and it looks good. I did it myself, so y'all will see all that. So last week I tried to get notes that I written up. Didn't work too well. And I was reminded of what my really good, I consider her a friend and special person in my life ever. If we ever talk again in life, what she told me when I first started, she was like, you don't need all that, just be natural. So I tried to do that for y'all, but I'm just gonna be natural, fucked up and all. But I'm gonna get it. Trust me. But what are you talking about here? I'm annoyed at work. So my visual imagination is burning down reality. Hmm. I don't necessarily. So I guess what my question would be is, Lionel, are you going to fire someone tonight? Are you feeling that vibe? Because oftentimes, it can come with somebody don't need to be here, like you're going to fire them. So, please, we don't want to have that today. Let's not have that today. Please not. I'm just saying, San Jose, hi. Spot said good night. I'm late to get to these comments because we had like this huge delay, but forgive me. Forgive me. Here we go. So let's get into it. Comfort, comfort, and peace. Are those things the same to you guys? Is there any correlation? Is there any difference? Is it the same to you? Like, can you recognize it when it arises, when you're in it? Can you recognize the main differences, or just be cool in it? And it is what it is. A lot of people can just be cool in it and it be what it is, but they don't necessarily understand that moment or that time until you get like this epiphany, and then it be like, but that don't always come to everybody, and everybody don't always have to come to that. So you guys coming in, if you don't know what this is behind me, it is a green screen that unfortunately can't be operable tonight. But I would like for you guys to just envision whatever it is that you can envision about peace and comfort until I get this going. Sugverse says, don't do that voodoo mental stuff tonight. Urban T, hi, how are you? Thank you so much for joining, and salute to you and blessings to you. Lionel says no one's getting fired. Thank God. So that is always a blessing. That is always, always good, because I'd be feeling like I gotta, talk you up out of it. But that's good to know. That's good to know. Comfort, yeah. I said a little country, a little twang. I'm from Texas. Don't. Forgive me. This is the reason with Roz. So whatever your vice is, go ahead and pick it up, light it up, pick your cup up, sip on it, do whatever it is that you do, but definitely do responsibly. Let's not get on this panel and drunk talk. Let's not get on this panel and high to the sky talk, where we got long pauses and we forgetting the shit that we gotta say. Let's not disrespect others. Let's listen to people talk and let them finish their sentence. Let's not be belligerent. Please be the adults that I know that we all can be. And let's just have a good time and vibe with the reasoning with Roz. What was going on with the green screen? Maybe I could help if it's not complicated. Thank you, Urban T. You're the first person who has offered a bit of help. I truly appreciate that. It seems like when I have it all hooked up together, everything starts to lag and everything is running slow, like even my cameras and all that good stuff. But I'm not really good with this technology stuff. As the show goes on, I might have an issue with the mic. Somebody might get on the panel and I'm not gonna be able to hear them. I'm getting through it. I'm really getting through it. But I think I probably just need a whole new computer so it can take all this stuff, because I got lights and all that good stuff attached to it. Urban, she's independent. She don't need no help. Let me tell you something, Lionel. Yes, I am doing this on my lonesome. I am the moderator. I am the content creator. I am the host. I am all of that, the producer, all of that. I don't need all that from you. And as I get better, the shows get better. So we all are growing together. But let me get out this chat right now and get focused on this topic so I can start. Let's bless the panel. Forgive the green screen, you guys. So tonight's show is about unlearning comfort and finding peace. It's basically like from the second part of the show last week. Forgive me, I had some hard times last week too. I came back with a bang, you guys, but I had to leave because I had that wine was getting to me. But last week we had a show on Happy 2026, the new year coming in. And what did you spin the block on again? Who spun the block on new friends, relationships, attitudes, careers, jobs, anything that you said that you was leaving, any New Year's resolution that you made for yourself that you went back to. That's what last week's show was about. It was about spinning the block. And basically what you gain from that. So this week's show is a follow-up to that, where we're talking about unlearning comfort and finding peace. So after you spun the block and after you're back in it, whatever that in it is, cookies, the cookie jar, old job, a bum ass car, a friend who you knew you couldn't mess with again, somebody who you went and told your business to and you felt like you should, whatever it is that you're in it again. Are you finding comfort or are you finding peace in it? Do you recognize it as comfort or do you recognize it as peace? And is it something, that you need to move on from? But when I think about it, it is what it is. Comfort will keep you stuck and you'll call it loyalty. It'll convince you that that just because you survived something, you're supposed to stay connected. Some of us stay because it was good. We stay because we already knew how to suffer in it. Comfort is predictable pain. Peace is unfamiliar, quiet. Peace don't feel warm at first. It feels empty. It feels lonely. It feels like you took your hands off something you was trying to hold a grip on for dear life. Yeah, now I got my notes. And that's the scary part. When nothing's wrong, but everything feels different, that's when you realize comfort keeps you busy, but peace finally lets you think. It gives you time to figure it out. Peace is like you're just constantly running in it. So I'm seeing bald-headed scallywag in the chat. I don't know why, but we're going to see. For what you are saying, it is the computer. One of many equipment is draining your processor. Wow. See how we came to that? So thank you for that, Urban T. I'm going to look into it. I'm gonna try to get me a new computer because I am doing this thing by myself, as Sugverse let everyone know. I'm over here doing it independently. So we shall see. Spun the Block sounds like something hood rats do. It's a late night talk show, Lionel. So we're trying to get catchy phrases for people. Can you stop? Or a bald-headed scallywag. Lionel, it's time for you to take a break. Just take a break at work right now. Just chill out for a second. You have options, Urban T says. You have options either to get a better computer or get a docking station and have it running through most of your equipment. Oh, wow, Urban. I didn't even think about a docking station. I got a docking station for like my work stuff. Like whenever I go to work and then come home and work, I got like a whole thing. I'll never have no issues with all that. And I'm using a lot of shit there. I didn't even think about that. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I should have known that. Anyway, but that line hit me before it hit anybody because I had to ask myself, how many times have I stayed where it hurt just because I knew the rhythm of pain, but I didn't want to wrestle with it alone. So I want to talk to all y'all about that. I want to talk about the moments where we are not we, because we wasn't in it together, but when y'all found that comfort and peace, and what is the cost of it? Like, what's the cost of peace, and is it worth that cost? Is it? Is it worth that cost? So I'm going to talk about comfort, a little few things on it. It says comfort is the external temporary state of ease, familiarity that avoids disruption, often leading to complacency. See that? It's external. It leads to chaos. It leads to disruption in your life. It causes there to be difficult roads. It causes your friends to leave. All those things. This is what chaos, what comfort can can cause in your life. Just being too comfortable. Let's see. Peace is internal, lasting assurance and tranquility that remains constant, regardless of the difficult circumstances. While comfort seeks to escape, peace provides strength to face challenges. Comfort focuses on physical ease, safety, and the lack of pain. It often is addictive and keeps people in familiar situations. Y'all hear that, right? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear me? Peace is not okay. We're gonna get to that because see, you already starting and you starting real early. Uh, it says it often leads to addictive behaviors and keeps people in familiar, stagnant situations that's not moving forward, situations that don't flourish. All of that. That's what it's saying. It keeps you there. Peace is settled, deep rooted confidence that persists even when things are uncomfortable. And comfort often requires avoiding hard truths, sacrifices, while peace is found through embracing everything. Chasing comfort leads to staying small or stagnant, whereas pursuing peace can lead to growth, even though the challenges are bumpy. Comfort is cozy and feels good. Peace is quiet and it's a confidence that you're on the path to always get better too, even though it may feel uncomfortable. So I think that I said something really, really like prolific. I said something really prolific. I said, I'm gonna tell y'all what I thought I said was prolific. When I said it keeps you stagnant in situations and gets addictive behaviors. So like if you're sitting here like, well, what is comfort? Like, what am I doing? Like what is this? Like I can't even follow her tonight. Like I gave y'all a really good definition of like what comfort is and what peace is. But the thing is like, do people actually want that? When you're spinning the block, are you spinning the block because you're going back because it's easy and it's a familiarity, whether it's your friends, whether it's a relationship, but whatever it is, that situation is easier, but you know that you are risking your peace in some kind of way. Like, have you guys experienced that? Has that happened? I'm sure y'all have. I have some questions. Oh, bam, got him. Damn questions. Here we go. Finally said all my notes. So it says, let's see here. I stream through my MacBook. Been having it since 2019. I have a docking station and etc. Oh, I damn sure don't have no MacBook, and I don't know if I could afford that one. A little frugal, Urban T. I'm a little frugal. I might be way frugal, but I'm gonna research the prices. Look at it, I guess. And Urban T is laughing. Peace is an illusion. Why do you say that, Lionel? Peace is what I just said peace was. Peace is internal. Peace is something that you have to obtain. Like, why would you say peace is an illusion? Do you currently have peace in your life? Lionel, you told me to be cool, so I'm chilling. What you guys talking about? I don't stop distracting me. I'm trying to listen. Thank you for listening, Urban. Urban, do you want to join in the conversation? What in life feels comfortable, but you already know is costing you peace to everyone in the chat who's listening? What is easy isn't always bad. Easy isn't always bad, but we're talking about peace. If the easy hinders you from your peace, is that bad? Ross, don't listen to Urban. Urban wants everyone to spend 5,000 on the CPU. Okay, I can't. I'm not doing that. 15,000. Like, they don't cost 15,000. I hope not. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. I do not. I did not. I spent 1,500 for my MacBook in 2019. Well, that's pretty good. It's still running good, up and going, all that in 2026 because it's the new year. I was about to say the other number. I almost got caught up. What in life what in life feels comfortable, but you already know is costing you peace? Maybe somebody's job. Maybe you want to excel to like the next level, but you're afraid to take that chance, take that risk to apply for a job, to tell your boss off, to to tell your boss to fuck off. I'm sorry. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe you want to like go have babies or something with a woman, but you can't leave that situation because it's comfortable and familiar. But to obtain your true peace and happiness in life, you need to walk away from that. But you can't because you don't have the tools, or you don't want to use the tools. You don't want to be alone, or you don't want to be without money, or you don't want to endure certain things. Like, oh, hey, Kevin and Self. Thank you for joining. Salute to you too. Urban T, yep, but I'm thinking about upgrading to peace, Urban T, because I don't know what you guys talking about. So Roz says, peace is internal. If you've mastered yourself, most people don't. That's what we're talking about. How do you master yourself? Is there art to it? Is it life? Is life the lesson to master yourself? Are people the lesson? So they always say people come in your lifetime for, don't let me quote that shit, but you know, a season. And for some reason, some folks are meant to stay and other people not, and all that stuff. But through all that, is that what you're referencing? Like, life can be a lesson. I don't know about that, Lionel. It People always say life can be a lesson, and I always see that and hear that, but like, it can be a lesson for what? For what? Like, we're preparing for what? The next life. We only get one life to live, so I truly feel you're supposed to make these mistakes. You're supposed to F up. You're supposed to learn from those mistakes. But I don't think we're like, do you think like we're being prepared for like the next life or some other place? Help me understand. But most people don't recognize their habits or mental. They can't find internal peace when they don't even know the concept of themselves. Well, what you wrote there was a lot. And if it take all that, then I'm sure like that. I just think that it has to do with comfortability, what the show like itself, comfortability, being able to, folks don't want to be without. That's just what I truly believe, Lana. Like, people do not want to be without. And yeah, and even when you mention habits and things like that, you do those habits, you do certain things because you get some type of gratification from it, whether it's healthy or not, you're still getting that from it. And you don't want to stop that. Even like when people are, I don't want to say just men, but when folks watch porn and all that kind of stuff, like, people find comfort in that. Is it really comfort, Or is that something also that is destructive to yourself or your livelihood? Knowing oneself is very, excuse me, important. That it is, is comfort. Yeah. It's comfort, but to the point of where people now have taken that comfort and they have taken it to sex dolls, they've taken it to the robotic shit, and all that shit, because now they feel that it's so much easier to have relationships and to fornicate with these objects opposed to the work and time and patience and investments that it would take to communicate and talk and get to know the opposite. See? And they would say that there's no peace in getting to know the opposite. So this part is easier. I'm just saying, it's just what I'm thinking in my mind. I could be completely wrong though. Could be completely wrong. So who knows? So you guys, if you hadn't hit the like, please hit the like. And if you haven't told people that I was on yet, I don't mind if you leave this chat for like 2 to 3 seconds to go and belligerently drop in somebody else chat that Roz Girl is on. And we don't care how they feel about it. They can talk to us later about it. Also, if you guys have not looked at thereasoningwithras.com, please do that too. I am going to drop the link. So if anybody wants to get up here and converse with me about comfort and peace and answer some questions about you will get a wrench, sir. I just don't know how to do all this stuff. I'm gonna figure it out. I promise you, I will figure it out. So yeah, we're not about to do this, Roz. Corn is very comfortable. Corn is very I didn't say it wasn't very comfortable, but the conversation, people have a preference for that than they do real life relationships. When I think about comfort, it's more about coping than an illusion. That is awesome. That is awesome. Like, I've been working on this all day, and that's probably the one word that I did not. Yeah, when I think about comfort, that's definitely what I think about too. I think about coping. I think about self-soothing, self-medicating, not necessarily getting to the root or the problems, but getting by it and being able to suffer in it. Like, people suffer in silence all day and make it look good. You wouldn't know they're going through anything, but internally it's like completely like killing them, that situation, because they just coping. And some people also will say that there's nothing wrong with coping because some folks just trying to get through life. Trying to get through life. What I think about it, comfort is more than a coping issue, Roz. Most times, three. Come on now. In the past was straight okay. Comfort is definitely coping, but it's still an illusion. You think that comfort is an illusion also? Come on now. Kevin Sells says, I need my wrench, Ross. I am going to give you a wrench, Kevin and Sells. Please don't be upset. I'm definitely going to get that once I learn how to maneuver through this. Maybe you can tell me, like, do I do it in StreamYard or YouTube? Because I really don't know. I really don't know. I blocked a few people, like 777 a long time ago. And I would like for him to join the chat, but I don't know how to unblock him. So maybe you could help me with that too. Urban T. Lionel, if not, it becomes the person's reality. Okay. Comfort is definitely coping, right? It's what he said. And then Urban said, but if not, it becomes the person's reality. Wait, why did Urban get awesome and not me? Urban, if they don't know themselves, it's not reality, it's an illusion. So, okay, I can do it through YouTube Studio. Thank you for that. Thank you. I will. I'll definitely look. I will do that. I'm in StreamYard now, so I will do that very soon. He says, wait, it awesome. Okay. Urban, if they don't know themselves, it's not reality. It's an illusion. So Lionel, but isn't the saying like no one is going to know themselves better than themselves? So how can what they know of themselves or what they deem them knowing themselves be an illusion? And if you feel that peace is an illusion, like what are they trying to get to or actually obtain? Lionel, don't come with all that. That's the same when people that that say YouTube is fake, but it's real to them. What? You can do it in YouTube Studio. Okay, got it. Lionel, you know why? Stop it, Roz. That's a lie. Tell me what's a lie, sir, because I know some people better than they know themselves. Oh, get this guy up out of here. Get him up out of here. Salute to you, Urban. Get him up out of here. Let me drop this link. Let me drop this link really fast because I know I hope you can come up too because you going off tonight with all that. So it is Friday. How did you guys Friday go today? Like y'all not I guess we not clubbing because we over the age of 40. At least I'm definitely not in the club. I spent about 3 hours trying to get this whole setup and stuff together. That didn't go right. The kid didn't go to school today. So she's been running around jumping all day. And because of the weather, I work from home today. Yo, I have someone in the back already. And I know he coming up here with this rah rah. So give me 1 second to let him up, you guys. Hi Lionel. Happy Friday to you. How are you doing?
Do you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can
All
you
right.
hear
Happy Friday. I hear you.
me? Go ahead.
How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
I wish I could say that.
I also have someone else in the back. It looks like I have Rush back here. Let me bring him up. Rush, how are you?
I'm good. What's up, Raz? It's been a while since I seen you. Well, I seen you yesterday, but
Oh, okay. Thank you for coming. Happy Friday to you too.
same to you. How you
Um,
been?
I've been good. I've been well. I've been blessed. So thank God for that. You have to forgive the screen right now. When the show started, it was looking really good, but now we're just using this as a backdrop. So when you think of the word peace, envision something with this screen while you're up here. Okay. Lionel, so you said that work is stressing you out right now. What's the issue there?
People are trash.
Lionel, you're gonna have to do better with your love for people. So you guys, we're talking about comfort and peace tonight. Unlearning comfort and finding peace. Last week we talked about spinning the block. If you was here, it meant it's 2026. What were some New Year resolutions? People, places, things that you said you wasn't going to go back to, and you went back to it. This week, we're talking about if you did go back to it, how did you unlearn this behavior? Did you find out if it was comfort or is it peaceful? So, Rush and Lionel, I have a question for you guys, and any person could ask what in life feels comfortable, but you already know is costing you your peace? Don't all speak at once. Or how do you feel about comfort and peace? Do you think it's the same thing? Do you think it's an illusion, as Lionel says?
I want to say it's illusion, but
What?
I would say it takes a mature person. Well, not mature is not the word, but let me see. What's a, I guess mature. It would take a mature person to be able to reach some form of you know uh tranquility. You know.
Hmm. So would you say you think that most people wallow in lostness most majority of their life?
Yeah, because they're in the rat race, going to work, pay bills, if they have a significant other, they got to worry about pleasing them too. Especially if you're a man, because all the burden is on the man. So pretty much he would have to make things work, and not
Mm,
be appreciated at all, you know.
mm, mm. So are you saying that most men are comfortable and they never live to obtain peace? They just live in comfortable states.
I wouldn't say comfortable, they're just living.
They're just living, surviving. Now, do you think that's healthy?
Um, of course not. It's not healthy, but I mean, that's just a part of manhood. Like
Mm.
you gotta handle everything, make everything smooth, panned out, and you get no gratification from that. There's no you don't get exalted for that. It's kind of like what you're expected to do as a man.
Not just as an adult. Like only men have that responsibility, basically. That's
We,
what you
oh
feel.
well, yeah, man. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, Raz. Yeah,
Okay. Okay, if that's what you feel. Lionel, do you have anything to say on that? In regards to comfort and peace, is there a difference? And about in regards to you feeling about it being an illusion?
Peace is an illusion. It is
Okay.
literally a glass concept. It can shatter at any moment. And if you're not at peace, then most likely you're in revolution. If you're not in revolution, you're in war. And that cycle is going to just keep continuing. It's a glass concept. Like trying to reach that, it's only going to bring you an illusion.
But do you know what peace looks like? So do you know what you're actually trying to reach?
Of course,
And you don't think that it's obtainable?
no,
Wow. And do you think it's not obtainable to any human or specifically men?
most most people don't know what peace look like, and most people, just like I said, most people don't know themselves internally.
Mm-hmm.
So them trying to even reach such a fragile concept, but a concept of complexity. What do you think? You think they're just going to be able to do that? I say maybe a rare subset of people could probably reach that. Most people won't.
Mm-hmm.
They're too busy living in war.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. And it's war in the mind or societal issues.
I would argue the mind, but I mean it can be societal issues also.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. I think thank you for that. Rush, do you think that people are living a war more so in the mind or more so societal issues?
it depends on the individual. I mean, some people have deep scars that they have no ability to cope with. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they will use like a stimulant to numb the pain. Such as the marijuana, liquor.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Most people go to sex just to cope with their pain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. A lot we talked about that. A lot of men, I would say cheat because they're coping with their pain. In my mind.
Well, no, cheating and coping are totally two different things.
A lot of men will say that's a coping mechanism for them. The comfort of another being, the comfort of another person that's not their significant other.
Nah, I mean
I mean,
when
I don't personally agree with that, but you know.
yeah, I mean if a man is steadily sleeping around, that's something that um he probably enjoys and overindulge in lust, but you can use that to cope with your pain, but Most likely, when the guys sleep around, it's mostly like a conquering type thing. You know.
I don't want to be the only woman up here tonight with all y'all going through that because I don't necessarily agree with that. But thank you for joining, Urban. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm fine. I know that you've been here hearing the discussion. What do you think in regards to unlearning comfort and finding peace? Are those two different things? Is it illusion like the men say? What are your thoughts?
Um, I believe that comfort and peace could go hand in hand, but it depends on the individual. You know, um, like what both the gentlemen were saying earlier, I do believe that comfort is part of our duty as men. You know what I'm saying? So we do things because it's part of our duty as men to do it. You know, like say for example, for us to protect, provide, provision. We even would sacrifice our very life, you know, for certain things or certain situation because that's our duty to do that. You know what I'm saying? And within us doing it, we may find comfort in that. But if you think about it, that's in a general sense, is it comfortable for us to do that? Absolutely not, not at all. But we just
Hmm.
choose to do that, you know. But at the same time, you could a man can find peace in doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of similar to the concept about love too, which I believe we all can agree that love is based on action. You know what I'm saying? It's a choice instead of just a feeling. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So we could find peace in doing it if we choose that. But if we don't choose it, then of course, then it ain't peaceful. You know.
Hmm. So because you guys are men here, and we're talking about peace, I guess in regards to you guys now. When men are making these decisions, you said that is a choice. If they know that it would cost them their peace, then why make those particular choices? Why not change something in the situation to make it more peaceful? Maybe that job, maybe that woman, maybe the parent situation. Like that,
Mhm.
I believe, are the things that would cost you your peace. Like that, you have to risk certain things to obtain a level of peace in a certain way, right?
Because when you're a man of status and you're a man of purpose and you know yourself, right? That
Hmm.
particular man, he operate out of what I call emotional intelligence. All right, so he think about everything logically. He don't think about how the way he feel about a situation.
Hmm.
He make choices based on what would be most logical to him in that situation. Now, can emotions play a part of that? Absolutely, because at the end of the day, we're human. We have emotions in us, but the difference is that typically a man of purpose don't move with their emotions first. You know what I'm saying? They'll
Hmm.
move with emotional intelligence, they'll move with
Duty.
logic and reasons while, you know what I'm saying, they're handling their emotions based on the choices, decisions that they make, you know. But at the
Hmm.
end of the day, it goes all the way back around to duty. You know what I'm saying? When you that type of man, it's all about duty. It's not about how you feel in the moment. It's all about duty. Like case in point, women when women take care of their children, right? They don't think about
Hmm.
their feelings and emotions or anything like that. They automatically do it because they know that it's a duty as being a mother to take care of their children. So likewise, it's similar to how men are, how we move and operate.
Hmm. Okay. Is duty and responsibility are the same things, correct?
To my understanding, it could be interchangeable. Yep.
Okay. 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 Thank you for that. So, because I think that you should. Did you say something? I'm sorry.
No, this line of working.
Oh no, my bad.
Oh, okay. So basically, when it comes to peace, you guys think that it's not is it a necessity to achieve or
Oh,
obtain?
I mean, yeah, you should always want to have peace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
But
mean, it's something you should want to strive for if you're dealing with like inner turmoil. You know what I mean? Some people need that peace to get rid of that turmoil that they have within.
Mm. So, what does peace do for you guys? How does peace benefit you in your life?
I would say it would keep me from going off the edge. If
Mm-hmm.
you need a certain level of peace in order to make rational decisions. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you're an emotional individual, then you tend to make bad decisions through your emotions, like your feelings. Like if you're feeling like
Mm-hmm.
depressed, you may overspend money on eating because eating food helps you cope with whatever stress you're dealing with or unresolved pain that you carry. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and that's the
Anybody?
follow what Rush was saying. Peace is also internal. You know, what I mean, it's actually the foundation for us as men because there's like I mentioned earlier about
What?
having emotional intelligence and stuff, right? Peace
Uh-huh.
is internal for us. It's the foundation
That's
for
what I
us
said.
because we're without peace, then yes, we'll be unstable. And here's another thing too. If we don't have peace, then how in the world will we be able to teach women to have peace as well too? If we don't have it, if we're not stable.
So, do you think men bring peace, or do women bring peace?
It's the man.
It
It's the
yes, the
man.
man. It's our duty to teach peace.
Yeah, women, they
Oh,
thrive off
That's not what
chaos.
she asked.
They love confusion and chaos. It keeps them going. Well, I wouldn't
wow.
say all women. I wouldn't say all women. I would say the I hate using this term, but for conversation's sake, the women that moves in a low vibrating frequency. If that makes any kind of sense to you guys. Yep.
I guess so.
Hell
I
no.
guess low
It's
vape.
the men that brings all the chaos. We ain't pump to play that shit. It's the men that bring all that shit. Most of these damn problems y'all can
Excuse
trace
me.
back to a dude acting out, being emotional, or not being logical, or being too logical. Most of them problems come from that.
Well,
Majority of history, you have women sitting
you're
on the bench
expounding
doing
on
nothing.
a feminine male. That's the feminine male you're expounding on,
No, you're
buddy.
saying that, but most of the history, you've had women just sitting on the bench. Most of these problems outright been the dudes making the choices. So unless
Mm.
the majority of history has just been feminine men, I don't buy that. It's been the dudes.
I thank you for that, Lionel. I think that women bring peace, and I think that men
No, they don't.
can come with a lot of corruption. I mean, a lot of chaos, not corruption. Forgive me, a lot of chaos.
That's
I
not
think that
true.
men can come with a lot of rage and aggression, and they need to come to a peaceful state in their life. And
I
I think
disagree.
women should bring that type of peace to their
I
life or
strongly.
trade into it. Rush, are you
Guys, come on,
speaking?
man. Come on. Keep it real. Come on. Men do not bring chaos. Oh
I
my
do.
goodness.
Now, men can bring structure and order, and men think through things, but emotional wise, no, I don't think that. I think that women will bring peace and balance. Men find peace. And I think men often confuse comfort for peace. They confuse things that make them get through the moment, get through their day with their wife, get through a conversation with friends or a hard day at work as oh, that day was peaceful today. But it's something. derails them, or that doesn't happen every day, they don't actually have the internal fortitude to just be peaceful and stand with themselves. I don't feel that.
No, I mean it depends on what kind of male you're dealing with. You know, if you're dealing with a male that never had a father figure in his life, you know, he tends to have a lot of feminine attributes within his behavior patterns. Then you
Mm.
know, then you will experience those things that you expounded on earlier. So yeah,
But
you
isn't that
know,
a cop out? If we say it depends on the person, we keep saying that when a lot of people operate in the same situation. You
no,
can
I
already
disagree.
point, you
Mm-mm,
can literally point to so many people that operate
no.
similar.
Now,
Yeah.
well, for example, right? You know, a child, a male child that's been raised without a father figure, he will tend to emulate, you know, his mother. You know, that's always been around. You know, because he lacked that father figure within his life, he has no idea on how to be a man. You know, sometimes, well, most of the times, if the guy survives through his conquest, that he would discover how to become a man himself. He's not going to learn that from his mother. He would have to learn that from an actual father figure, a male that's been raised to be, a man and do man things. And like the moms can't teach that male to become a man because herself probably don't know how that works, if she never had a father figure within her life. So a lot of times when, dudes that um, you know, absorbs most of their wisdom from their moms, they tend to act like their moms. So you know what I mean? So he'll be more feminine uh, you know, than masculine, you know?
You know, when I do doing social work and doing awareness, and I see a lot of biological dads touching their sons and teaching them how to be men. You know, it's very interesting when people have this conversation
That's
because
not the
they're basically
majority.
teaching their
That's
sons how
not
to
the
be a certain
majority.
way,
What you're expounding on is
and
is
it's not.
a certain case, you know.
No, it's you'll see them all over the place. It happens more than you give credit to.
So you're saying that there's more men touching kids than them doing good? Is that
Hell
what
yeah,
you're saying? Nah, I disagree.
you
You
can
have a what
disagree, but there's
you
too much
you have
data that
a
points to
what?
that direction.
That's equivalent to a doctor dealing with sick people. That's like the doctor saying majority of the people in the world are sick, and that's not the case. He just
Definitely
works
a
in
false equivalence here.
he just works an environment where majority of the people are sick and they're looking for aid, just like your profession. That's not the majority.
The problem is they're not telling you. And if you're not looking at what's happening behind closed doors or listening to the people talking behind closed doors, then you literally have no idea.
Nah, I
It's
disagree.
is that's the reality that's happening.
That's not reality. That's your perception.
That's not my perception. It's reality. Hence
Mm.
why you have so many people with a tons of women saying, look
So
at the men
if
today. Look at how weak the men are today. And a lot of these dudes do have fathers they grew up with.
mm,
But they can be so quick to call the men weak or say, I wish how men used to be. They need to watch out for that. But they have all these complaints. But a lot of these dudes did have dad in their life, but they not measuring up.
mm.
Yeah, I disagree. You know, I strongly disagree, but touche.
That's cool.
Do you think peace is something that you inherit over time, or is something that when you're raising kids, or as if you don't have kids, do you think it's something that parents should try to instill, try to present practices when we're young to learn how to protect ourselves in certain ways, our mental, our emotional, things like that, that would manifest peaceful moments to get through certain things. Anyone can answer.
Yeah, I mean, when you say practices, like in what, like when you talking about yoga and other elements of.
Yeah, so I'm saying if you feel like it's internal, and if it's internal, then it's something that you just necessarily develop over time, I assume. But if it's something that is taught, then what would parents necessarily teach to a child? I'm thinking that I came to that because when you spoke about mothers raising boys and and men not having boys not having men in their lives. So, in regards to peace, is it something that a parent can teach you practices, teach you ways to protect yourself that would help you remain peaceful?
I would say the father can, because the father understands aggression, and that kind of aggression and strength and raw
Mhm.
power has to be taught by the father. You know, like the kid won't be able to develop those skills to harness that kind of, emotion by himself. I mean, he can, and through in due time, but he's going to make a lot of mistakes in the process of learning that. So he definitely needs the father figure to teach him on how to harness that kind of raw power.
Mhm. Mhm. Urban, do you agree with Rush?
Um, yeah, to a certain extent, yeah. So, could we agree on this statement? Could we agree that peace is the absence of chaos, and chaos is the absence of peace? Could we
Yeah,
agree on that,
I agree with you. Yes.
gentlemen?
Yo, could you repeat that?
That peace is the absence of chaos, and chaos is the absence of peace.
Um, so pretty much you're saying that without peace there will be chaos, and without chaos there will be peace, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I agree.
What about you, Lionel?
You already know I disagree.
Go ahead, expound.
No, because sometimes you can have peace in a massacre, and sometimes it can be the opposite. I mean, sometimes people find peace in that chaos. They're quite literally the same coin. It just ends up being interpretation.
And see, I
Because,
think
like
peace.
y'all said,
But
it goes to the
but
individual.
but I'm speaking about it in the general sense. I'm not talking about individuality, because if you're talking about individuality, then yeah, that can exist. You could have, like for example, you could have one country at peace and another country in chaos. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about in a general sense. Could we agree that peace is the absence of chaos and chaos is the absence of peace?
No, because the same concept applies.
No, it doesn't. I mean, what you're talking about is just a short-term fix.
No, the hell is not. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
the
yeah, it
reality is
is.
that it ends up.
Like,
That's why I said
like for
peace is an
example, right?
illusion. If
If
you're
a
not living in peace, what are you living in? Revolution. You're not living in revolution. You're living in war. It literally is a circle. It's an endless
Revel-
waltz.
I
you're
feel
saying the
you
same. No, you're saying the same thing, but you're just using different words. Revolution is part of chaos. Okay, all that's part of chaos. That's just like using love. You know what I mean? Love is part of peace, but it's still peace.
Make your point,
So
because I'm not going
I
to
feel
argue.
that you should be able to make peace in the midst of chaos. Like that's what I feel. So I feel that yeah, I feel that you should be able to have peace in all situations,
So
whether it's chaos
so
or not.
here's my point about it. Now, I could agree with Lionel's argument where he said in the beginning that it is some chaos. I'm not gonna disagree because I know that's true. I know that us as men we can be chaotic. But the one thing about it is that it depends on the influence of it. When you look all the way back into the history of this men in general, going into certain conflicts like wars and different things like that, it always be a influence that caused the chaos. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's disrespect, sometimes it'd be a woman that would influence the
Most of the time
chaos,
it's a woman,
or
but that's
But
well,
I
okay.
feel comforts cause chaos, and if you indulge in comforts, then you no longer have peace. So you have to alleviate the comforts in order to obtain peace.
well, if you're speaking about comfort in regards to power, then I agree with you on that because sometimes people see comfort as form of power. They want to have power and control. You know what I'm saying? So they'll go out and seek that, but with them
What do
seeking
you
it, it
do?
causes chaos.
Well, what do you do when you don't have no sense of control? It's your responsibility to obtain that kind of peace because
Yeah.
not everything in life that you're gonna have control over, man. You know,
Mhm.
hmm
Exactly.
And
That
then, yeah, in that particular statement, then that's where it goes to with Lionel argument, somebody, individuality, which, what I'm saying,
Lionel,
if
he
we,
just likes to argue.
which, in that sense, I would agree with if he's talking about individuality piece or individuality chaos, then yeah, I agree with him on that. You know what I mean? Because it can exist. It absolutely exists. You know what I mean? But we still have to acknowledge that in general, if you look at peace and chaos in general, yeah, it cannot exist without one another. It's like on yin and yang. You know what I'm saying? It's like positive and negative. It's like good and evil. It's like God and the devil. You know what I'm saying? One can't exist without the other. There, one will exist for a certain period of time. The next thing you know, the other will come and it will exist for a certain period of time and go back and forth. You can look at it for us like if y'all follow astronomy or whatever, right? Or the one on lunar cycles. We have day and night, sunrise, sunset. You know what I'm saying? So one would exist and the other won't exist for a certain period of time. Then they go back and forth.
mm, I don't think so. I feel that. I mean, I just feel that peace. I feel that mentally a state of mind of peace, and I feel that physically, emotionally, and all that in peace, you have a certain type of strength. So you're not moved, you're not persuaded by certain things. You live your life a certain way, so that you're not influenced, so that you're not being in lustful situations or having friends around that urge you to do certain things. Like that is the cost of trying to live and have a peaceful life, I feel, or obtain a peaceful
Mm-hmm.
mentality.
Doesn't
So
peace not cause laziness?
what you say?
Does peace not cause laziness?
No, I don't think peace causes laziness. I think that peace costs a lot of a person. I think that you at times you may feel like you're basically I'm sorry, y'all. Forgive me. That was Cameron. Forgive me. I'm so sorry. Ask your question again, Lionel. I'm so sorry.
I was asking, doesn't peace cause laziness? Because
No, I,
I've watched quite a couple of people enter in a state of peace or a situation of peace away from the chaos and drama. And I've watched some real shit fall on them because they were at peace. They didn't have to be hyper aware. They didn't have to be in game mode or in God mode all the time anymore.
but is that laziness or is that a calm state that's relaxed? That's not in the midst of
You
chaos.
playing semantics now. That's laziness.
I don't think that is laziness. I don't think so. So
You
so
don't have to look at it as a negative though.
I'm
so
not.
I'm
I
not
don't.
so
Yeah.
that's a kind of a span where Lionel was talking about. I was kind of going to say the same thing what he was saying, but kind of in a different way. So when a person be peaceful, right? sometimes they do enter into a state where, they be in tranquility, you know what I'm saying? And they be in blissfulness. So therefore they feel like that they no longer have to train for future conflict, which it could enter into chaos. Now, another point that I was going to mention too is that it is impossible for us as human beings to always be in peace. Just like it's impossible for us as human beings to always be in chaos. Which that's why I was telling y'all earlier about, giving you the examples about the yin and the yang, light and darkness, God and the devil. All this, it exists, but it's one or the other. You be in one state, then you be in another state, and it just keep rotating around. And here's another thing, that's to prove my point. In order for you to obtain the peace that you're talking about individual, right? You had to go through some type of chaos. You had to go through some type of awareness that you needed to get into this state of peace that you're talking about, correct? Could we agree with that?
I agree. I feel that.
I agree.
Yeah. So likewise, just like he was saying, when you enter to that state, sometimes you do become complacent. Sometimes you feel like that you don't need to train no more. You know what I'm saying? And you just sit there and be stable. You know what I mean? But to be honest with you, and this is my personal opinion, you should always be doing things to train yourself for the upcoming conflict. You know what I mean? For the upcoming chaos, even if it's not even happening. Like case in point, like with our current military, right? This is what the current military do. Even though they're not technically, as they say, in war, they're still training to be in war, just in case it were to happen. So likewise, just like us with human beings, we should still be in a same state where we're not complacent with our peace, where we're still, training ourselves, training our minds, and just in case of things were to pop off and happen in our life, we'll be able to handle the chaos.
Sorry, 1 second. My fault. Okay. I don't. Okay.
Nah, speak your mind, Ross.
So I think that comfort is a state of laziness. Comfort is a state of complacency. Comfort is a state of no effort. Comfort is the fear of stopping things that will feel good. So if it takes work in obtaining something better, but the situation more so is comfortable, then you're more complacent in the comfortable mentality, that comfortable mindset. And so I don't necessarily think peace causes complacency. I read a definition earlier of comfort, and it said that comfort is an external temporary state of ease, familiarity that avoids disruption, often leading to complacency. Peace is internal, lasting assurance and tranquility that remains constant regardless of difficult circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing you guys don't agree with that.
I don't, because the reason why
I
the
love
the
you,
reason
Arthur.
yeah the reason why is because I know this us being as human beings, we're going to run into not only conflict, but we're going to run into chaos in our life. It is impossible for us to be fully aware of every type of conflict and chaos that we're going to experience in our life. You know what I'm saying?
But do you
It's,
have
it's
to be
impossible.
but do you have to be aware or just be prepared to
Well,
handle whatever that storm brings or whatever
well,
that
why?
chaos is?
Well, since you say prepare, we could use the term prepare too. I think that's better in this situation.
Mhm.
So it's going to be impossible for us to even be fully prepared for any type of chaos that happens in our life, because simply put, we never experienced it before. We don't know what to expect, so we can't train for it per se.
No? Rush, do you have anything to say in regards to that? Are you there, Lionel?
I was gonna say something similar.
You were going to say something similar as Urban?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
well, go
oh,
ahead.
we agree and we disagree. Me and Lionel, we be having conversations all the time.
Okay, so they say that chasing comfort often leads to staying small or stagnant, where pursuing peace can lead to growth, even though challenges arise. Don't
Yeah,
agree with?
I could agree with that because
Okay.
once again, in order for that to happen, chaos have to exist. Something have to happen for you to get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, once again, like I was stating earlier, right? It's impossible for a human to like fully train for something that you're not even aware of that would
Mm-hmm.
happen. Like, say for example, Lionel, he was on saying earlier about a man going and either SN or raping a child or stuff, right? Now, after when that situation happened to that said child, that's a brand new experience that child never experienced before, and it was impossible for that child to prepare for something like that. Why
Mm-hmm.
would a child prepare for something like that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But after when the situation happened, of course, it created chaos in that child's life. But as you also stated, right, that child have options. That child can learn from it, grow from it, and become better at it, or they could use it and stay in that chaos
Mm-hmm.
and keep it internal. Sometimes there are situations where sometimes people will find comfort in chaos because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes that's what they know. Like, say for example, the people over there in the Middle East and stuff, a lot of things that they're dealing with is total chaotic over there, but they find comfort in that because that is their immediate reality,
Mm-hmm.
or find peace in it because it's their
Mm-hmm.
immediate reality.
But there are a lot of people who go to the ends of the earth to leave those certain areas to obtain peaceful nations, though.
Yeah,
So
correct.
I
I
don't
agree.
think that it necessarily is something that anyone should be able to manifest in, or that I said that earlier. Though a lot of people are able to suffer in the chaos, and because they can get through the chaos, they feel as if they have achieved peace, or what we said earlier, they're coping. And you can those two can completely mimic each other. But I am hearing you guys say that you can't obtain peace, and a normal human can't obtain peace. They can just cope through situations and get through life.
No, I'm saying that peace is not consistent. Like different teachers trying to teach you, because there's gonna be a moment where you're not gonna be at peace at all due
Hmm.
to the chaotic nature that you're in.
So I'm going to bring in an element of spirituality or religion, whomever it practices that. Do you feel that a faith in a certain type, in a belief, or in a religion will bring you peace? I can't stand
No.
him.
No, but I believe that depending on that say religion, it could bring you a sense of satisfaction. It could bring you a sense of belonging, but it doesn't stop the actual chaos. You know what I mean? Just like you stated earlier, at the end of the day, it's a eternal thing, correct?
Hmm. So you don't think that if you stand and say peace be still, you'll be granted peace
No,
over
because
time?
that ain't how that works.
Just
The
say-
the only the only documented story that ever happened is with Jesus in the Bible. Now I never seen no grown human being stand at a storm and told the storm to peace be still in human history.
Now I've heard some testimonies of some people speak on how they prayed for peace in moments of anxiety and moments of fear, when they were afraid. And in those moments, they were granted some type of tranquil feeling or some type of peaceful notion. of safety because they prayed and they believed in that spiritual being.
Of course, your if let me back it up. So let's talk about prayer. All right, since it's going into that concept. Do you know that when the person is praying, right, that they release sort of chemicals and stuff into their brain, and that's part of the reason why things end up manifesting the way it is. So when they do that, they're praying, then these things end up happening the way it is. They enter into a state of bliss, a state of tranquility. But religious people call it that they receiving the unction of the Holy Spirit. You know what I mean? Where they feel this fire burning in a body or whatever stuff, right? But that's chemicals that's being released within their whole system. You know what I mean? Dopamines and all this stuff there. So with that being said, if you're talking about behavioral wise, right, then yeah, a person can enter into a state of tranquility and peace in a certain type of situation. You know what I'm saying? But however, that doesn't mean that the situation is going to automatically go away. You still have to do the work. You know what I mean? Just like since we still talking about the Bible too, that's the whole concept when it said faith without works is dead. You know what I mean? So it means that it's an action that have to happen. You can't just pray for peace. You can't just keep doing that and thinking that you feeling this way, it's just gonna automatically go away. That's why I also made the point about the only person that I know in biblical history would do that was Jesus when he did that, but no other person have not did that. Period.
Urban, what's that movie we reacted to with Taraji P. Henson?
Damn, what's the name of that movie? I forgot, but I know what you're talking about.
Imagine somebody goes through what she went through that day, but we're under the assumption she found peace. Would that not break them?
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that you have to have a religious belief to obtain peace?
No.
No, not necessarily. But if you want to have a religious foundation, there's nothing wrong with it.
Mm. No, Lionel. I think the movie, I forgot it. Was it called like Agony or something like that?
No.
Oh, you're talking about
What you know what
Taraji.
I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one that just came out.
Mm-hmm. That came out
Oh,
last
she
year.
robbed the bank.
Yeah, and throughout that movie, she called the name of
Straw. I
Jesus.
think his name's Straw or something like that.
Yeah, that was it. She called the name of Jesus. She had strong faith, and through every trial and tribulation that she made it through, she attested to her faith of that's what got her through that. You don't, but she
Did she
probably,
get through it? The
yeah,
girl was broken.
she, she, she. You don't think she got through that?
You think she got through that?
I mean, it was rough. She had the the pit stops throughout the day at the bank, and the kid sadly
But
her kid
so now
died.
notice what I said. Put her situation into someone who has peace. Going off the definition you read, they would be
Mm,
constant. They would be consistent enough to just overcome every trial they get. They'd be at peace.
yeah.
But watch how everything just kept toppling over her. Who do
Hmm.
you know that would be at peace watching everything happen just like clockwork in that situation?
I believe that there are many people out here who are very resilient and who are very peaceful, and things happen to them. I think that there are a lot of people who are walking around here who suffer in silence, and we don't know, and they have horrible days as she's had. Um, and I think that there are some people who get through that who internally have this type of fortitude and
Problem is,
peace.
you keep saying getting through it though, but that
It's
doesn't change the reality that this is going to happen. It's going to
Yeah, but
break
the
you.
thing is,
Just because you
he,
can pick yourself back up, don't mean it didn't break you.
but I don't think that. But that's what peace is: being able to get through those things that you thought would break you. So the things
That is
that peace,
not that definition you read us.
peace doesn't afford you that you're not going to experience bad things in life. You have to have peace so that you can get through and maneuver through that. Whereas for the next person, it would break them. They might, do something terribly self-destructing to themselves. They might
But okay,
hit the pipe. They
but
might.
wait, Ron. We're using her experience. We're using that situation. She
Mm-hmm.
didn't get through it. Other people helped her get through it. Other people navigated her. She ain't do nothing except cause more mess.
So she was chaos. Didn't have peace in that moment. So she didn't have
She
peace.
definitely was chaotic.
She didn't have any peace though.
But I'm saying if someone did, if someone was in that situation, pound for pound, but this was a person that had peace, do you think they'd just be consistent?
I believe
They're
they
gonna
would.
break like she was.
I believe they would be.
That's very interesting. I like your optimism.
I believe they would be. I
I
believe that
don't
that.
think so because I don't think people are as strong as you giving them that credit for.
I believe that that is what certain people obtain to get that type of solace, that type of strength, to know that life is going to be hard, but it's not going to break them. And that's just what I believe. That there are some people who can handle that. Then and hers with that was just a movie. There are people who are really living in survival mode every day. Don't have homes, going to work, can't pay bills. All that's survival mode. Like
They
it's
don't
never
sound like they in peace though.
it don't
Yep.
it's never a time for them to rest.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah. Survival and resilience. That's the response to chaos, but it's not necessarily peaceful in tranquility. You know what I'm saying? Unless they mentally decide that they want the actions taken to be peaceful and tranquility to them. But the average human being don't even think like that unless they have some type of mental disorder. I'm just being dead honest with you.
You're right.
The strongest person in the world is going to break under pressure dealing with something that they never dealt with before. That is facts. Only because you're human. It's not because you're evil. It's not because of you can't handle it. It's because you're dealing with a situation you never experienced before, and you're human. And so your reaction to it is going to become chaotic. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to figure it out.
But Rush, what do you think? Do you think? I mean, everybody might not have a chaotic reaction though. Like,
Then let me put it to you this way, y'all. When we're speaking about chaos and stuff, right? I know it could be negative, but sometimes chaos ain't negative. All it is just an
Exactly.
action to what's
Exactly.
happening in life. Period.
true.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
true. That could be. Yeah, true. I can understand that and see that too. Yeah. Yeah, I just think that I'm sorry, Lana. I think that there are people out here who can obtain a level of peace. You got monks out here, you got the shamans out here,
Not no,
you
you're
got
not gonna play the word game. Not a level of peace.
people who are
Peace. Are
spiritually
they gonna obtain peace
people
like
who
that
are
definition
spiritually
you gave us? Not know
they,
a level of it so you can try to win. Nah. Are
I'm
they
not
gonna
trying
obtain
to win. I'm
peace?
saying
Uh,
there are people who are spiritually aligned
Hey,
who actually obtain a level of peace.
You gotta
It's
hey,
stop saying level. I wanna know if they can obtain pure, raw, uncontaminated peace.
so here,
so
so
yeah.
here's the question I want to ask you, Ross. Do you know what do they have to go in order for them to attain this level of peace that you're talking about? Do you know what they have to go through to attain it? And that's not only with monks. That's any
Yeah.
spiritual person you could think of, spiritual leaders, monks, or
So
whoever. Do you know what they have to go through in order for them to attain this level of peace? Or in this particular situation, I agree with Lana that it's a
so
illusion of it.
So I do know what some of it in details and what nuns and these monks have to go through in order to obtain that. But once again, I see that as the comforts, the people who live in of the world see worldly things, worldly engagements, and ratchetness as comforts, and they live in it and they're comfortable in it, and their mentality is of that. Whereas if you are okay to, if you just let that go, then you can achieve this level of peace. These folks felt like that was the cost for peace. So yeah, it's necessary. It's necessary to let go of certain comforts in order to obtain that. You can't dibble and dabble in
Hmm.
certain things. Like that's just what I believe.
Yeah, even when they're dealing with life situations, like preferably their life force, right? I guarantee you, at first, they'll be, as you say, peaceful, right? But as things progress with them for us, their life, you know what I'm saying, their life is deteriorating and stuff. I guarantee that they're gonna leave from their peace port. They're gonna forget all their peace, they're gonna forget all their training, and they're gonna go into the chaotic nature of how the way they are as a human. A matter of fact, a case in point, since we still talking about spirituality, religion, this is exactly what Job had went through in the Bible. Remember what Job went through in the Bible? Like first, he got his family taken away from, but he had this resilience where he still wanted to pray to God. He got his home and everything taken away from him. You know what I'm saying? But he still had this resilience. He even
Mhm.
had his wife told him to curse God. He still had his resilience. But the moment when he started getting sick, that's when that resilience went right out the door. That's when he started questioning God. That's when he started questioning God, like, hey, God, I don't know about this one. And then afterwards, that's when his three friends came and stuff, right? And started telling him all the things that he did to deserve what he did. But the whole point of the matter is that even this dude in the Bible, right, all that comfort and peace went out the door. Matter of fact, sure, we could want to talk about Jesus. It's the same thing with Jesus. He had a level of resilience when they took him to trial. He had a level of resilience when they made him carry his own cross. He even had a level of resilience when they was whooping him with the one cat and nine urns and everything and stuff, right? But the moment when they put him on that cross, pinned him on that cross, that peace went out the door. Because guess what he said when he was on that cross? Do you remember?
No,
Do you remember
I
what he
don't.
said to the Father when he was on the cross?
Father, why have you forsaken me?
Yes. It went completely out the door. But however, even through his pain and stuff, right, he went on and said, not your will, but my will be done in this pain.
Yes,
Hey,
But
that
even the
he
that
most
still
peaceful
but he
that
dude, bro.
is
still was not
insane.
in a peaceful state.
Even the most
But he
peaceful dude, bro.
believes in God that whatever happens, I know that I will have comfort and peace in knowing that it's your will. Having peace doesn't mean that you won't go through the things that you have to endure. You have to go through these things to obtain that level of peace so that if those certain things arise again, you know how to maneuver through that. You know how to live through that. You're not shaken by that anymore like you would be shaken by it the first time. Or you might
Yeah.
not even experience certain
But
things again.
But yeah, I'm agreeing with you on that because that's what I stated earlier. But you were saying that people have this consistent level of peace when that's not true. That they always be in this state
That's
of
what I
peace
was
all the time.
challenging.
I
But that's
believe
not
that
true.
once they obtain peace, that you're peaceful. Most times, yeah, they're not. Yeah. But how would you? Are you guys in peaceful states? Would you say that you guys are in peaceful states?
We're talking about in this current moment,
No,
or
in
or
your life.
does in life?
Yeah.
No, because I mean, me personally, sure, I'm a man. I'm dealing with chaos every single day. So of course, I'm not gonna be at a peaceful state, but I'm like, do I have a peaceful mindset? Do I have certain type of optimism? Of course, I do.
Okay. And that peace that you have and that optimism that you have gets you through those chaotic days that you experience as a man, right?
Yeah, then there'll be times where I don't be peaceful at all. Period.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be in total chaos, depending on the situation. Once again, if it be situations that I never experienced before, then yeah, my mind is gonna be in the chaotic nature because I'm trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not thinking about let me go into my prayer closet and pray and all this stuff. I'm trying to figure out how to deal with this. We'll go to the prayer closet later after we get this stuff done. I'm
So
just saying.
would you say that by you saying that because you are a man, you are going to experience so much that peace is not for you at all? So
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I know that you can have peace. I know that. But I also understand that you're not going to always have peace in every
that's
situation that
all.
happened to you because you've
Mhm,
never experienced every situation that happened to you.
mhm. Okay. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all know I don't agree, but okay.
It's okay because women always tend to be optimistic even when it's not
Ain't you though?
applicable.
He's definitely not being logical.
What? How dare
We
you?
understand. We get it.
Yeah, I just think there's a level that most people can't speak on if they haven't obtained that. And if you don't even know how it looks or if you have an outlook for it, then how do you know how you can operate in it? Once you obtain it, I just feel that obstacles that come, you'll be able to maneuver through certain things differently and better.
Ain't that's what I said though?
But the problem is you're missing what Urban is saying. He's also
Urban
saying,
says always, but
but
I'm
that's
talking
what
about
the definition was saying. He went off the definition that you
Mm-hmm.
threw in our face. So he
the
answered,
definition. Yeah. Well, I believe always. Always. I believe once you obtain it, you will always have that strength to get through. Yes.
the problem with that is there
The
are too
dude
many
strength.
variables.
That's wait a minute. When it went from peace to strength,
You'll have that
that's
peace,
two totally different
that
things.
mentality, that peace, that tranquility, that serenity to get through certain things, to get through adversity, to get through life, whatever it is. Yeah. But I think that goes to Rush though, whether it's a man or a woman, it has to do with that person though, how they handle things.
So I think Rush went to sleep.
He probably
So
did.
so now I do got to bring it up. Now I got to go in this direction because
Go
this
ahead.
ain't. So you're describing the person that you are. All
Hmm.
right. You're peaceful. This just happened. Your mind, your spirit, they're at peace. But you just found out your daughter was SA'd by 5 dudes and then got her arms broken and legs burnt off. How are you peacefully going to handle this?
You might not let rage overtake you and run out and
Ain't
try
no
to
might.
try
Because
to execute the man. Um, you might not let emotions take over you or you're
nah,
crying
emotion's going to take over. You
so much
care.
where
You
you
love.
can't defend for your child. Like there are so many like people will handle it in all different types of ways. Like some
Ain't
people
that many?
not
No, Ron.
have
There's not that many ways you're going to handle this.
but there are some weird situations where a person might not have any type of emotion for it. Like everyone is not going to handle that the same. I think that someone might try to run out and kill someone and someone might
All I asked was, how do you peacefully handle this?
well I
You're
told you
trying to
that.
tell me emotions aren't going to come in a factor. Are you going to look at your daughter and be like, that's okay. You'll get over it. Pat her on the head and then
Hey,
think, let's peacefully find a way to resolve this.
real
Yes,
quick.
go ahead.
Real quick. Sidebar. Lionel. Maya is winning 10-2. All right.
She should, as she
But
should.
however, it's one dude on here that said that he would smash Maya for fun, but take Laura for the long
See,
term.
this is what I mean by people are idiots, man.
Oh my God. Is
Oh
that a
my
debate?
yeah. So I had posted this on my community wall on my channel. Who what woman would men prefer, either Maya, the singer Maya, or Laura London?
Oh, okay. I think well Maya's beautiful though at her age.
Something I finally agree with you about. Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Yes, but in regards to what you were saying, I would say peacefully handling it is yes, you're emotional, but emotions can definitely be negative. They can be rageful, they can be to the point of where a person is crying belligerently, but the fact is once you are able to get through this emotion, not let that emotion hinder you and rock you, and you handle that situation face on, then yeah, that's handling it peacefully.
Interesting.
Yes. Yes.
That's how a situation like that happens repeatedly.
That doesn't mean that you don't go to the cops. That doesn't mean that,
I
you
didn't
know,
say that. I didn't say that.
that means that you don't have vigilante justice.
I'm just saying when I hear that, that's how you see a situation gets repeated.
So then you think that, well, then that goes to, I believe, Urban when he says that there has to be some chaos in order to maintain peace, right?
But that's what I said. What you
Oh, you
mean you
did.
go have to go to urban when I said that already? How
I
come
didn't
he
get
gets
that
all the
clear.
props and I get ignored?
Hey, you don't have this cup right here. I'm sorry. I didn't know that you. Well, y'all know I was paying attention. See, I was paying attention. But yes, I think that can be handled
So
peacefully. I think.
to yeah, to be fair, I said one have to exist and the other one doesn't exist. Then the other one have to exist and the other one is not going to exist. Then
Okay.
I was saying that um it can't, in general, it can't exist both at the same time. It have to be one or
Hmm.
the other. But you also made a determination that it depends on individual factors. Within the
Hmm.
individual factors, then it could be a possibility that it can exist within the same situation.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
Where have you seen peace, Roz?
I've seen peace in um
Like in life, where have you seen peaceful people? Genuinely peaceful people.
I've met genuinely peaceful people in college, in my
Okay.
experience in college. I did a lot of volunteer work as well as like in the community work. I also worked during Hurricane Katrina, and it was a very chaotic situation there. And there were a lot of people who were able to be peaceful and handle it and have the flow of everything going. I myself am a social worker, so at that time I definitely didn't have those tools to handle that situation. I've seen peace in the hospital, um, when there are people who are sick and terminally ill, but every day someone is coming to see them, though their heart is breaking. They're peaceful, they're hurting, but peace brings them constantly coming every single day. I think there are many situations where there is
Were you
peace.
high when you saw this?
No.
Yeah, because them people that's telling that their loved one is sick and possibly pass away. So man, to be honest with you, they just saying that because it's their job to do that. It's their job to do that. To be real about it.
You out of control.
I'm just being honest because like no random person is just gonna walk up and try to give you comfort and peace, with a stranger that they don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're going through the same situation or they've been through that same situation. So they
There
have sympathy and empathy. Then, yeah, but normally them nurses and doctors, they are taught and trained to put their feelings aside and do the job.
So that is true in some form, but I feel that when people follow their passions, when they follow their vocation, what God has called them to do, they find internal peace in that. So,
Hmm.
what you feel is just a job for them, it is their everyday calling and everyday life and service that they choose to do. There are some people
Wait a
out here.
minute. Wait, Roz. Why did you tell him what he feels when we got so many people in their testimony telling us what he just said?
What? He talked about them working. I'm talking about healthcare workers and stuff. What are you talking about?
But he
I'm,
talking about that.
yeah, I'm talking about that too, and social workers too, because I've been in social work too, so I know how it is. I'm just being honest with you. Even me being a social worker, um, there been a lot of times where I tell people what they need to hear because this is my job to do it. But that doesn't mean I don't have sympathy or empathy for them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Do- Like Roz, doctors are like strippers. They're trained to be nice.
I would definitely not agree with that. Um,
Like,
I am not agreeing with that at all. No, I believe in the healthcare that
I
there are
know you
people
do. I
who
know.
genuinely want to give hope to those who are in the most terminal times of their life. Like they're really doing that, and it takes a lot of them. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm not disagreeing with that at all, period. But I'm just saying, if we're speaking about intentions, right? Most of the time, it be the job first, then the feeling second. That's all I'm saying about that.
Mm,
That's
mm.
too
But once
optimistic.
again,
So have you
I'm not saying that they can't be sympathetic or empathetic to the situation. But when it comes to the job, there is normally job first, then that.
so basically you've never picked a job based on um your comfort and passion for it. It's more so based on what that job provides monetarily.
I need
I
that
mean,
bread.
yeah, I mean, all of us do that. To be honest with you, I mean, you can have passion, which is nothing wrong with that. But if that passion is not also helping with your comfort, which is stability, that's ultimately where it
Uh-huh.
boils down to. Then guess what? You're no longer going to be passionate about it. Like I give you an example. I give you an example, and this preferably with women. All right. Say for example that I'm your man, right? I'm
Hmm.
your man, and I tell you that my passion is that I want to be a YouTube content creator, but I'm not making no money doing it, but it is my passion. I love doing this. You know good and well that we got bills to pay and different things like that, right?
Yup.
What would you tell me? To be
I would
honest.
Exactly.
tell you to get
Exactly.
a 9 to 5 and work on your passion after
But
work.
no. This is my passion, period. I don't want no 9 to 5 because this
Yeah,
is
Exactly.
my 9 to 5 right here.
yeah, but then
I want to build on this, even if I'm not making no money right now. You got to believe in me. You got to have
yeah,
peace
Well,
and
yeah, what's your
comfort
say?
that I am
I
going
do.
to attain this.
I do. I have peace and comfort that you will obtain it, but I may not be built to go through those trials and tribulations with you. I might not have that peace and comfort to go through that.
Now
Case
I'm
what
not
we
at
were
peace
saying
anymore.
earlier. Yeah,
Now
you're
I'm
not
not
Huh?
at
at
peace
peace.
anymore. Yeah. And she's not at peace.
Who's not at
See, this is
peace?
where they say how women be the ones destroying dudes' peace.
Peace
Hmm.
is about being self-aware. It's about
Dang,
knowing
look how she keep adding these layers to peace.
yourself. You said it's about knowing yourself. If you know yourself, then you
I
achieve
I
peace.
know myself, and I know that I am very good at what I do. I just not making
Exactly.
money at it, but it's my
And
passion. But I know eventually I can. It
I
may
don't
take
think that
about like 5 years for me to get there, but I know I can do it.
yeah, Urban, I don't really think that is anything wrong with trying to follow your passion and goal if that's what you think. But I also think that there are many avenues to get there. But a person who has peace and wants to
Um,
attain peace, they will tell me as you're
mhm.
telling me.
You
They don't
you
need
you
all that.
hey, Lionel, you see how she's putting stipulations on my
Hell yeah,
passion and dreams?
No,
dude.
Instead of
no.
to say, you know what, you can do that. I'll don't worry about
That's all
nothing
she
else.
had
We'll
to
just
say.
figure it out. We'll figure
So
it
let
out.
me tell you, that's what I said.
No, that's not.
No, you told me to get a 9 to 5 job. You told me that there are other avenues. When I'm like, no, I don't want to do no other avenues.
Yeah,
I
well,
want to do
no,
this one.
but and that's fine. But that doesn't mean that I don't have to remove myself.
Now she leaving me.
Dang.
Wow. And that piece
Just
went
like
all
that,
out the
my
door.
piece is gone.
Just like
You
that, gone.
destroyed my piece.
Now I lost my woman.
And I lost my girl.
Nah, but okay, yeah. So I mean that could happen, but like I said, I personally think that is what it obtains. Like peace costs heavy, and there are moments where no one is going to believe in you, and you actually believe in certain things, and you have to lose those people, lose that job, move from that city, whatever, to actually get that. And I believe that's necessary. I believe that for myself. Now, I don't know if I could be aligned with someone as they're trying to obtain their level of peace. As you know,
We
say
just heard that.
Yeah, obviously.
We just heard it.
yeah, because it's a lot. It takes a lot to maintain your peace. Like a lot. People, places, things, all of those are choices. Like you miss out on a lot. I myself have in completely opposite of what Urban says, and maybe it's because I'm a woman. I don't take jobs where I can't find a sense of comfort in that job every day. Like it never I don't ever really focus on the money, so to speak. It's more so about what I'm doing in that job and how I am fulfilling and serving and being influential in the world. Yeah.
So in this particular conversation, right, I'm going to use the argument where we're going to say now women. The reason why I'm going to say that is because I can refer back to my wife. Now, there are a couple of things that I am passionate about. One of them is this YouTube thing. That's one of them. The second thing is me DJing. All right. I pitched to her that I am passionate about DJing. I'm passionate about music, and I'm also passionate about doing my podcast thing and stuff, right? And so when I told her, and she seen how passionate I was, and she started seeing me, researching about it, doing my due diligence. Then I started preparing it, and actually started, doing it right. Up first, she was being, pessimistic about it, but eventually,
Like a
she
woman.
started. Yep, of course. It did eventually, guess what she started doing? She started, ask me questions about it. She started, like, hey, maybe you should talk about this, maybe you should talk about that. She started buying certain equipment for the podcast and everything because she started seeing that I was really passionate about it. Even if it wasn't making no money, same thing with my DJing stuff. Didn't have equipment or nothing like that. Well, what is it? What did you need to move forward? I like, well, me being a man, I'm like, nah, I don't need like equipment and different things like that. I just need your support. She was buying certain type of equipment and also because you know how stubborn I am.
Yeah.
So she was doing certain stuff, but certain type of women, they when you talk about peace, right? If they're already peace within themselves in that situation, they're going to automatically try to transfer that same type of peace to the people that they care about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially if they don't see that dude at a peaceful state. So they want to do everything possible to be their helpmeet, right?
Yeah.
And so he could attain that same type of peace, hence what my wife is doing. And now, even right now, like it be on times at night where, when I ain't lying, it be sometimes at night, I don't even go to bed till almost like 6 a.m.
Wow.
Simply because sometimes I may be like doing this on podcasts and stuff, right? Or I may be up late at night editing, videos and stuff that I done previously did or whatever. Or this knucklehead Lionel got me on the phone all night bugging me about his job.
My bad.
but but she understands the assignment, you know what I'm saying? She understands that. Then in return, I always bring her back that reassurance every single time, like, hey, I'm not doing this just because I want to do it. This is my passion, and I also try to make sure I balance time out for her. You know what I mean? So whenever she need that time, I stop everything I'm doing and give her that
Yeah,
time. You know?
that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, she's awesome for that. Yeah. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
But meanwhile,
Cool.
Ross said, "Fuck all that."
Why do you say that? Why
Said,
you
"I
say
wish my man would."
just at a certain particular age or point in life, it's just certain things that, I can't personally jeopardize and risk. And I would say my piece is one of them. And yeah, you know, I don't you're working though, like you're working every single day, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not like you know, you're not doing anything or you're not working towards that. There are a lot of people who have
Nah,
dreams.
but wait, Roz, the thing is, he just told you when he
What?
first did this, he was put down. He had to actually show consistently, no, I'm serious about this. I'm doing
Yeah,
this.
Mm-hmm.
Before she said, oh, okay. Now, okay, you're right. I got you now.
that's exactly what I'm saying.
No, but he was like a little, that's not how it started though. Why couldn't you
Mm-hmm.
just believe in me from the jump?
Oh, you feel like she didn't believe in you from the jump?
Oh, I know she didn't. It ain't
Mm,
no. I feel like I know. I
okay.
know. But here's what's even more interesting about this.
Yeah.
Even in the same situation, right? She decided that she wanted to do something for us as a side business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she pitched the idea to me and everything, like, hey, I'm really passionate about doing this, and I want to do this certain thing. How do you feel about it? Guess what I did? I didn't.
You
I didn't.
tested.
I, yeah, I didn't. I didn't sit up there and say, "Well, I don't know about this," and I didn't tell her that at all. Period. Guess what I did?
Exactly.
I did is I like, if you're passionate about it, okay. Guess what I started doing? I started researching stuff on her behalf. Like, hey,
Exactly.
look, maybe you could do it this way. We was laying in the bed when she was telling me about it. A matter of fact, she was showing me different designs that she wanted to create, like a logo for a business. I'm like, okay, bet. Let me look at the design. And she showed it to me, right? I like, send it to my phone. She sent it to my phone. I sent it to Chat GPT. Like, hey, Chat GPT, fix this. Chat GPT
Mm,
fixed it. She looked at, oh, I like that better. Sent it right
mm,
back to her.
yeah. Very
And then
supportive.
afterwards, we started. I like, you know what? I could ask ChatGPT to give us some business idea. And that's what ChatGPT did. Gave us a business idea, and she went from there, giving her all these ideas and stuff. But the whole point of the matter is that when she did that to me, I automatically believed in her dreams, regardless of if it sounded, if it didn't, if it wasn't attainable or not at that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Unconditional love.
Mm, mm. Wow.
Something Ra says she ain't with.
I did not say that. I did not say that. I did not say that. Mm. So, wow. Wow.
But yeah, at the end
Wow.
of the day, women. See,
How
that's
we
the difference between women and men.
mm, wow. So you would say that you guys are more thoughtful, more caring and all of that?
Yeah, yeah, I say yeah.
Mm, mm,
We just
wow.
had a whole example that showed that situation.
That was a
Because
hypothetical.
it always like it's always in a woman's nature to think about her feelings first, then logic.
Mm.
Mm,
So that's normally
how
what it
dare
is. But
y'all
with
say
our
nothing?
nature, it'd be the other way around. We think about logic, then feelings.
Mm,
That's why when a woman were a woman that we care about do something to us, right? That's why we be ultimately in our feelings. Because at
mm,
first we thinking about it logically, right? Then when we start thinking about it, like, God, why the hell did she do that? Why she said that to me? That was wrong.
mm-hmm,
And then we get into our feelings.
mm-hmm, mm. Yeah, well, That's unfortunate.
That's hilarious. That's
She
hilarious.
know we telling the truth.
Dropping everything after that statement. So I guess we would say that is a woman's walk easier to obtain peace than a man's walk?
Hell yes.
Lionel. And why would you say that, Lionel?
Do you know how easy y'all can really just have it? Man, just throw a dude some feet and he'll give you the world.
But is that peace, Lionel?
It can very much be peace for y'all if y'all fall in line.
So, but peace isn't falling in line.
Why isn't it though?
Be-
Because you got
it's
the security, you got what you need, and I'm saying it that way, you got what you need. All you gotta do is fall in line, train your soul to be complacent. Peace. What you got to worry about?
But peace should be a level of pure satisfaction. So order and structure and all of that, does that necessarily mean that you're satisfied and you're happy in it? You can be
I didn't
complacent.
say necessarily now, but why you asked who has it easier? Who would has it easier to find peace? It's gonna be
Yeah.
women. Y'all have the easier road.
I don't. Okay.
And also just to follow up on that, the reason why is that it is part of men's duty to make sure that the women and children have peace while we carry the load or
Yup.
carry the cross of chaos.
So then what are you guys saying that women are left in the world to do?
Be helpmeets like how you're supposed to be.
Okay. That takes a lot of peaceful mentality and peaceful nature.
This is hilarious.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
And every woman
No,
can't be a helpmate because every woman hasn't obtained that level or mastered that are able to go through those
So
things,
that ain't then I thought you should. That's y'all sisterhood. Y'all supposed to be helping each other to get to that.
right? Well, I thought that men teach peace, teach structure, instill those things for the woman. The woman is
you know,
wayward until the man comes.
when I hear that, I think that's interesting. Mainly because if you look at our education system, just as an example, over
Mm-hmm.
80% of the teachers are who? They're
Women.
women. They're
Mm-hmm.
women. So what are y'all expecting the men to teach y'all?
Well, I value a man's presence in my life, and I feel that a man offers me a lot of structure and a lot of stability.
But aren't you an adult? You should. He doesn't shouldn't have to do that though.
You would. I think that you would be surprised
No, I
that
wouldn't.
the man does that for women. It was very hard being a single woman out in the streets.
We
Yes, it was.
say that, but Urban, what were the women saying in the '90s about us?
Oh, that we was dogs and players
Yup,
and all that stuff.
tell them. Weren't the
I
women
was
going hard
Not
on
no
us?
good scrubs.
Yup.
in high school. I wasn't doing none of that. I was in high school. So,
Well, why did Lionel? Why do they always do that though? They always try to make themselves be the exception to the rule.
Exactly. Always.
no,
Like
Every
they
woman we
even
been
say
on the
that.
panel with say the same as that thing. Wow, that ain't me.
yeah, I wasn't around it. I was not
Like they
around.
never said any of that.
Never sung TLC. Never sung Beyonce. Independent woman.
I definitely sang all of that. Those women are now married, and they taught like
Crazy, ain't it,
the
huh?
sisterhood.
Ain't
Yeah,
it though?
they taught the other women. They taught the other women what they needed to do. Well, thank you guys so much for joining. I wanted to ask y'all one last question before I
Go for
close
it.
the panel down. But I gotta find my questions. Just give me 1 second to find them here. Let's see here. What will be the last question for y'all? I had it too. Jeez. Give me 1 minute. Oh,
So Roz, you need to pull up to the lounge. We were having
Yeah.
thought provoking conversations over there.
sure, I definitely will come. Wouldn't you guys go every night or what?
I like to say is this. I go live. How many times I go live, Lionel? Maybe twice a week. He
Maybe
want me to go.
maybe once a week.
Yeah, maybe once a week. But he want me to go live every single day. That's the goal. That's what he want me to do. But however, uh, normally the conversations come from the live shows that I do, right, but it also comes from the shorts that I put out and also
Oh,
the
okay.
community posters that I put out. It mainly within and I'm telling you, if you go
You're
to like
very
any one of them
engaging.
two, yeah, it's very, trust me, it's very engaging. Like right now, that's why I've been looking back and forth on my phone because I've been getting
Uh-huh.
alerts, people are commenting on my community posts.
Oh,
But
okay. Got it.
yeah, if you go over there, trust me,
Mm.
it's very engaging over there for real.
Sure, I'm definitely gonna
And,
come.
and
How
shout
was
out to
that?
Lionel because like I say, I call Lionel my executive producer. He be
Oh,
sending the post to
Lana, you
put
on
out
YouTube?
there.
Okay. I think. Oh, wow! I'm excited about that. I'm gonna come. So let me know when the next one is. Lionel, send it to me, please, if you don't mind.
No,
You always doing
this
better with your messages. I got you.
don't give her that, bro. She need to sub up to the channel and turn her notifications on
I
like
agree
Oh,
all
with that.
grown people do.
is that the channel name? Because I'll subscribe
Yeah,
to it. He said
yeah,
like
Urban
grown.
Lounge Podcast.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll definitely
You should
subscribe
have
to
been
it.
subscribed to it though.
Yeah, I thought I did. So why? Okay, I'm back. So I'll be back vigilant on there. It goes come to the page. My last question for you guys before I do the closing down. Rush, I don't know if you're here, but the question is, what did comfort teach you, and what does peace demand of you?
What do comfort teach you, and what peace demand of you?
Yeah, or what did comfort teach you, and what does peace demand of you? If you feel like you've achieved, or if you're still living in comfort, or whatever.
I got one word: accountability.
Mm, okay.
And it's
Nothing else.
interchangeable to both of them. Both of them, accountability.
Comfort accountable. Okay. Lionel, is he there? He just
I'm
left
here.
it. What did comfort
I'm
teach you?
thinking.
Oh, okay.
You can use accountability too, Lionel. It's okay.
No, because that's not what I'm gonna say. Yeah, comfort taught me that peace is an illusion,
Mm, okay.
and peace absolutely cost me discipline.
Wonderful. But you think it's an illusion. Wow. Thank you for that, Lionel. Rush, are you there? Do you want to answer the question? Rush, I gotta get you up out of here. I think you sleep.
Yeah, he sleep. This normally is bedtime.
Do you guys have any last words? Want to pub anything and all that good stuff?
I mean, what about you?
What does comfort teach me, and what does peace demand of me? Comfort teaches me complacency and weakness,
Woo.
and um discipline and peace demands of me discipline and assertiveness. That's what I think. Yep.
Okay. Have you caught yourself slacking?
Oh yeah, remember that's why the first show was "Did I Spin the Block?"
Oh,
Yeah. So now I'm realizing, and I'm
we got
coming
to
to
get you a new word.
I'm coming to terms with comfort and peace. and I would rather be peaceful than in comfortableness or complacency.
And are you teaching people this in your social life, that your offline life?
I don't really. Yeah, I do. My friends, and I just had a conversation with one of I guess my brother's women or something, and I just encouraged her, and she was like, "Oh wow, that means so much coming from you." And I just told her, I'm a woman, so woman to woman, and whether my brother or not, I still want you to do well and be well. So yeah, choose. I always tell people to choose themselves, choose peace. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lionel,
But it comes with the cost. It ain't easy. You might go through some stuff a couple of times, but yeah, it ain't just like easy.
Lionel. It's a dude in the comment that said this, bro. He said that unless you enjoy the smell of rapper semen, then you need to choose Maya
Oh my God.
over Laura.
I'm gonna
No,
be
that's
over there soon.
They over here wilding, bro.
any last
I'm gonna
words
be
for
over
the panel?
Oh, well, like always, Ross, I appreciate you for inviting me up. Great show, like always.
Oh, thank
When you
you.
have your shows,
Yeah.
appreciate you.
I'm
And
definitely
yeah, let me know if you get that situated with your green screen and stuff. If you need any more assistance, my email is on my channel. You can hit me up on email, and I'll
yeah,
see
I
if I
am.
can work you through it.
I'm gonna try to get a computer this week and see if that helps and see what happens. hmm Thank you so much,
Mhm.
Urban, for joining. I'm going to come to your channel and be engaging in this chat. It seems like it's some wild going on over there, though.
Yeah,
foolish.
yeah. It says some fools. He ain't lying. He is not lying. They be wilding it, and this stuff that we be putting out there, man. They really do.
Well, thank you so much for joining and have a good night.
You do the same.
All right. Lionel, any of your last words? Are you there? Can you speak?
This was good.
Thank you.
Um, Definitely something for people to, I mean, honestly think about.
Mm.
Hopefully, what does peace cost? Something I had to have my own experience with. This was
hmm
nothing somebody could teach me. I had to realize what that I want to put up with.
Yeah, you're right.
And I had to reach a conclusion before I talked to anybody about it. Because
hmm
nobody was going to change my mind, but I definitely wanted to get other perspectives and hear just how other people looked at it.
Yeah.
But I had to do that for myself. My
hmm
brother showed that he had to do that for himself. My sister showed that she had to do it for herself. And it's funny because she was the youngest of us three that
hmm
made particular choices for her peace.
hmm
And she, got that before the rest of us followed suit.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
And again, it's something people do need to pay attention to. It definitely helps if the knowledge is put in you. If you hear conversations like this, maybe to help you look at things a little differently. Maybe,
hmm
heck, maybe I don't like being married to her.
Yeah.
It's time to go.
hmm
Dang, maybe I don't want this child. You can go to your dad, you know? Bad examples. But just saying, like, at the end of the day, what are you willing to do to obtain that illusion of peace? Or as
Yes.
Ra say, that state of peace, that kind of peace.
Yes. The state of
And
mind.
a lot of people don't know the answer to that.
hmm
but it's a good topic to bring up to see how it's going to trigger people's thought process.
Yeah.
So again, great conversation.
Thank you. Thank you. I always enjoy you on the panel. So I hope to see you here on Friday.
I might be around.
All right. Is it cold where you're at?
No, but they said it's supposed to be Sunday.
Yeah, so they're saying that tomorrow's supposed to be like 9 degrees here and like this whole winter blast. So we shall see.
Ain't you in Ratchet, Texas, right?
No, I'm in DC.
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh,
Actually, that
hi.
might be a little better. No, that's better than Texas. Yeah.
Okie dokie. Thank you so much for joining. Have a
Have
good
a great
night.
night.
You too. Bye. Let's see here. Let me try this. Let's see. Rush, are you here? Rush, are you here? Sounds like he's breathing heavy. Sounds like he may be snoring. So, Rush, if you see this tomorrow, you can't say that I didn't give you a chance to speak, but you fell asleep during our discussion. Like, how disrespectful is that? Nah, but thank you so much, you guys, for joining tonight. Urban Podcast, you were wonderful. Suggs first, aka Lionel, you were wonderful. Bobby Perkins, hi to you. Shy Logic, hi to you. Positive Vibes, hi to you. Thank you guys so much for stopping through. San Jose, Kevin and Sells, Rush, all you guys, I truly, truly appreciate you. Of course, as you can see, I had some technical difficulties because this is still green. That's okay. We still was able to smoke. We still was able to vibe. We still was able to talk about comfort and peace. For me, I know that I value peace and I value solitude. I know that there's a high price that you have to pay for that. You may lose friends or you may lose situations, opportunities. There might be people who don't understand the choices that you make. But I think that you have to have a certain level of peace to be able to go through certain things that will present yourself. Granted, you're going to go through it. It's not going to alleviate it, but you won't crumble and fall. So that's the best part of it. My daddy always taught me mind over matter. So for me, that's been a mantra all my life. Mind over matter. Mind over matter. Mind over matter. Yeah. And it didn't sink in until I became an adult. But yeah. But for me, let's see, comfort kept me living. And for that I can honor it. But peace asks for more than honesty than comfort ever did. I'm saying comfort. Y'all know I'm country, sorry. Peace will cost you access. It'll cost you versions of yourself that you survived but were meant to stay. And if choosing peace made things a little quieter, that's not emptiness. That's room to breathe, room to heal, room to finally hear yourself again. Comfort will kill you calling, will keep you calling, but peace will be waiting for you. So definitely choose wisely. You have years on your life if you choose peace. If you choose non-chaotic situations, non-chaotic people, things that value you, people, places, and things where you're appreciated. All that matters. How folks talk to you. Environments that you work in, like Lionel always talking about his job. You don't want to be in that environment. But something that serves you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight with the reasoning at Rise with Rise. It was a Friday night vibe, and I definitely appreciate you all. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And once again, I am going to put this here now. Like, let me try it now, because although some folks are gone, you will see that and you can type that in and it will come to this channel, this page. And also there's like a link at the bottom that you can fill out and you'll be a part of this newsletter where it's all Gundra Crew members. And I'm talking about you don't have to be a smoker, but if you are a smoker, I'm talking about the strands of the week, how they benefit you mentally, mental benefits, because I am a person who suffers with mental illness, so certain things benefit in certain ways as far as food and all of that. So just be a part of it. I really, really would appreciate it. I want to see this grow. I would love for you guys to grow with me. It's been a wonderful night. Happy Friday to you. Stay safe over the weekend. And yeah, that's about it. Good night. This green screen gonna look better next week. It's gonna be my logo, so forgive me. Good night.